Hello and welcome to the Caymanas Park Highlight Show. This week will feature select races from Saturday, December 18 as well as Sunday, December 19. The two-day race carnival saw a total of 20 races. Saturday's race meet was dubbed the Jamaica Racehorse Trainers Association Day and saw another edition of the Die Job Sprint as well as the Seymour Foggy Mullings Memorial Trophy. Let's begin our highlights package with race 1 from Saturday. This was a restricted allowance event for native-bred 5-year-old and up thoroughbreds. They competed over the distance of 1,200 meters.
They're off. Golden Eye. Top gear, they're the slowest to leave the gates. Star Lee grabs an early lead and skitters away by some 2 lengths. Shashamani Dance asked to close the gap with Savitar in the black on the outside. Dash of Class is overtaken by a black royalty. Stacy's Lady right alongside Dash of Class as they make their way to the half mile. A gap of 3 lengths opens up to Jamaican Storm. Golden Eye now begins to make slight improvement. Moon toward the outside of the trailer. Top gear. They've left that half mile. They arrive at the 7/16th and Star Lee bounces easily. With a 2.5 to 3 length advantage, it's held over Black Royalty. Shashamani dances under a drive as they leave the 3, asked to make up a 4.5 to 5 lengths deficit. Savitar is toward the outside of Dash of Class, then Stacy's Lady Golden Eye. Jamaican Storm has a mountain to climb, but they're into the lane, and it is Star Lee who holds the advantage. Black Royalty needs to find several lengths to get to this front runner as they arrive at the 3/16th, and the left-hand stick now comes out from Marshall Porter, and Star Lee continues to enjoy a huge lead inside the final furlong. Black Royalty chasing all the while. Golden Eye is over on the rail, right alongside in the black cap Shashamani Dance, then Stacy's Lady, but they're in the final yardage of the first event, and it's all Star Lee going all the way to win by 6 or more over Black Royalty. Stacy's Lady is 3rd, Golden Eye 4th, Shashamani Dance is 5th.
Victor Williams' Star Lee, ridden by Marshall Porter, romped the first event to win by 7.25 lengths ahead of Black Royalty, Stacy's Lady, Golden Eye, and Shashamani Dance. We continue with race 3, the Die Job Sprint. This was a restricted stakes event for both imported and native-bred 2-year-olds.
6 furlongs, 1,200 meters. They're off. Fair start. Power Ranking came off slow, along with Lion of Ikati. Pelikilla also racing toward the back as they charge down the back stretch. Phoenix Risen on the outside, Baby Like on the rail. They bob heads as they leave the 5. Phoenix Risen a narrow leader over Baby Like as they make their way to the half mile. 2 lengths back to Golden Wattle, now shaken up and asks for more run as they go spinning into that turn and make their way toward the 3. Fly Messenger Fly has made good ground and now overtakes Golden Wattle. Power Ranking has also made some ground after the slow start as they leave the 3. Pelikilla toward the back, and last of all it's a Lion of Ikati. 5/16ths to run in the Die Job Sprint. They're about to come thundering into the lane, and it's Phoenix Risen out in front, stepping just off the rail and in center course. Baby Like is the one nearest the rail. Fly Messenger Fly and Golden Wattle race next, and beginning to drift out wide. That's Power Ranking, but they race toward the furlong pole, and it is a Phoenix Risen with the lead. The rider having iron trouble. Here is Golden Wattle capitalizing now on the error of the leader as they're inside the final 16th. It is Golden Wattle who hits the front. Baby Like over on the far side. Power Ranking nearest to us. Golden Wattle wins it, the Die Job Sprint. Then Power Ranking, Baby Like, and Fly Messenger Fly.
Golden Wattle sped home to win in 1 minute 14 and 1/5 of a second, going 1,200 meters. Power Ranking came home second, followed by Baby Like. Jockey Omar Walker lost his irons aboard Phoenix Risen to finish back in 4th. To race 6 we go. This was a restricted maiden condition race for native-bred 3-year-olds. A full field of 16 faced the starter, going 1,300 meters.
They're on. Fair start. Sticky Don ridden for that lead. Attacked early by Danny Marshall as they lead the 6. Several horses racing some 3 lengths in behind. Dotlin races on the rail. Lovecraft out wide with a military shot. There goes a JB Flyer as they're grouping up. Lucky Plumber is right there too, along with the Bunksy Boy. Little Grovey Thing making ground. Military shot fades back a place or 2. Another champion tacked on to the end of that group, separated by maybe 10 lengths as they leave the half mile and go spinning into the turn. Always Vigorous is 3 lengths in behind the back marker of the front runners. Tiger Bella races up next with ZI, then Dancing in the Breeze, Silver Soul, and Magic Bullet is left at the back. They leave the 3, they run toward the 5/16th, and it's a Danny Marshall in control at the moment. Sticky Don is driven along and asked to get closer as they now come into the lane, and it is a Danny Marshall out in front stepping off the rail. Sticky Don in the purple cap now asked to close up onto the stick. Lovecraft near the rail, right against it, that's Dotlin. Little Grovy Thing is the one racing on the extreme outside, 4 across the course. Danny Marshall battling Lovecraft, and now Lovecraft picks it up with a furlong to run. Lovecraft out on that lead and beginning to open up. Little Grovy Thing finishing best of the rest, but it is Lovecraft inside the final 16th who holds the advantage and will keep it to the line. Lovecraft, the Lawsome Anthony Thomas win by 4 or more. Always Vigorous is racing next ahead of Dancing in the Breeze. Third, Little Grovy Thing is 4. Back in 5th, that's Magic Bullet.
Backed as the favorite for Saturday's 6th event, Jason Acosta's Lovecraft made light work of the field. Horse number 8, Always Vigorous, was second past the post but was disqualified and placed 8th. The full placing saw Dancing in the Breeze in second, followed by Little Grovy Thing, Magic Bullet, and Sticky Don. Race 7 was another competitive event. It included imported 3-year-old and up non-winners of 3, and native-bred 3-year-old and native-bred 4-year-old non-winners of 4.
Starter is ready, Denzel Miller, and he sends them on their way. 5 furlong the trip. This is the Philip Fiani OD. Super Duper looks to be that leader from Hoist the Mast, tackling intently. So Super Duper as speed from Hoist the Mast. They're tacking across in the middle. Pretty Cash is also prominent on the far side along with King's Magician. Racing closest to us, that is Magical Mood. So it's Hoist the Mast and Super Duper. These are the two. Hoist the Mast could be the leader as they come inside the final 2 furlong. Hoist the Mast, Super Duper. Also there is Have Got Magic coming on the outside. That is Magical Mood. They're spread right across the track. It's Hoist the Mast and I've Got Magic. Hoist the Mast, I've Got Magic traveling strongly on the outside, and it's I've Got Magic who hits the front with Everton Miller on a rare winner. It's I've Got Magic beating Oyster Mast. Artesia runs on to be 3rd. Magical Mood, that looks like Super Duper in the 4th spot.
I've Got Magic spent to a 1.5 length victory. Veteran jockey Everton Miller rolled back the years to secure victory for 11-time champion trainer Philip Fiani OD. I've Got Magic completed the 600-meter trip in 1 minute 37 and 4/5 of a second. Race 9 was Division 1 of the Jamaica Racehorse Trainers Association Trophy. Panamanian jockey Dick Cardenas, who was involved in a spill in the 4th event, was replaced aboard the 8-horse Heavenly Glitter by Paul Francis.
Ready for a start. They're off and racing. Zion left at the back early along with Positive ID. Zion recovering as going through that's Heart of the Sea. Heart of the Sea in front and making the running. Nothing But Trouble on the inside. Right behind him, that's Zion recovering, going down in 3rd. Right there to Heavenly Glitters, and joining them, that's Buff Bay behind Buff Bay, but 2 lengths away, or make that 3 lengths before we come to It's a Boy, Tina's Account, Sky Zone, Legal Opportunity, and Positive ID racing at the back. They go towards the 4. And it is making the running. Heart of the Sea in front from Nothing But Trouble, a length and a half behind. Also a length and a half in 3rd, that's Buff Bay recovering. Coming around, that's Heavenly Glitters. Fading a bit, that is Zion. Also coming on, that It's a Boy as they pass the 3 with just about 2.5 furlongs to travel. It's still in front, Heart of the Sea, in front by maybe 3 lengths. Nothing But Trouble still forging an attack with its Heart of the Sea going on. Buff Bay creeping closer on the inside. Out wide, that's Heavenly Glitter. Heart of the Sea still in front with a furlong and a half to travel. He's in front by 3 lengths clear. Here comes on the outside, that is Heavenly Glitter breathing down on the leader, and Heavenly Glitter. Buff Bay also coming on. Here comes It's a Boy flying on the outside, flying out wide. Positive ID, It's a Boy, and Heavenly Glitter. It's a Boy will have Anthony Thomas is second with a It's a Boy, beats Heavenly Glitter. Then comes Positive ID Art of the Sea, and the Buff Bay.
It's a Boy got the job done for Jason DaCosta with leading jockey Anthony Thomas aboard. Heavenly Glitter was second, followed by Positive ID, Heart of the Sea, and Buff Bay. The 10th and penultimate event on Saturday was Division 2 of the Jamaica Racehorse Trainers Association Trophy. Dick Cardenas was replaced by Anthony Thomas aboard horse number 10, Rusty.
They're off for the 10th. Fake and Slam Silano came out slow with Heart of a Lion to mow the back along with Mind That Cat and Ruds the Indian. But up front, Iho Primera got a good start. Moneyman is in between horses. Rusty out wide. Kyle Alexis is the one racing on the rail as these tightly grouped as they run past the 6. Slam Silano snapping at their heels. Heart of a Lion has made good progress after the slow beginning. Fake is on the rail. Colorado Ranger out wide. 4 lengths back to Mind That Cat. Then Ruds the Indian trailing. They arrive at the 5 and make their way now toward the final half of a mile in the 10th event. It is Kai Alexis who has now worked her way into that lead as they leave the half mile. Moneyman 3 parts of a length down and pressing as they come flashing past the 7/16th. Rusty now shaken up and asked to make gains. A break of 4 lengths back to Iho Primera. In behind them, that is a Slam Silano as they've left the 3, and the leaders will now come toward the 5/16th. Kai Alexis on the rail, Moneyman on the outside. They will come into it stuck together as if glued as they leave the quarter pole, and now Moneyman kicks on and grabs the lead from Kai Alexis. The fight back may be on the rail. Rusty now beginning to breathe down their necks. Heart of a Lion is further back and asked to make late progress, but the war up front continues. Kai Alexis on the rail, Moneyman on the outside. They continue to exchange body blows, and now Kai Alexis kicks, and Kai Alexis has that lead. Here on the outside is Rusty now beginning to fly in the end. It is Kai Alexis and Paul Francis who fight off Rusty. Kai Alexis beats Rusty, then Moneyman, Heart of a Lion. Mind That Cat has finished in 5th.
Kai Alexis, ridden by veteran jockey Paul Francis, completed the win for trainer Ryan Darby. A very fitting victory for Darby, who currently serves as president of the United Racehorse Trainers Association. Race 11 was the Seymour Foggy Mullings Memorial Trophy. The field was reduced to 13 as Ian Prasard's entry, Superluminal, was a late non-starter.
Field in line for the Seymour Foggy Mullings Memorial Trophy. They're off. Gambler and Marquesas came off at the back with El Profesor. Awesome Treasure, widest of them all, shows some early speed. Best Daughter Ever is moving quickly down against the rail. Billy Wiz is also in an early position with excessive force. Best Daughter Ever is there. Supreme Soul moving up with the leaders. One of a kind races in between horses. El Gringo is out wide. Just about 5 lengths covers that group of horses. Big Daddy is 3.5 to 4 lengths in behind them. They're beginning to string out. Another Bullet race is next. Gambler in behind. Helicopter racing 2 lengths further back with El Profesor for company as they leave the 5, and Marquesas remains at the back. The field make their way to the half mile. They're almost there in the Seymour Mullings, and they're there now and go spinning into that turn, and Billy Wiz grabs the lead narrowly from Awesome Treasure. Excessive force breathing down the neck as they leave the 7/16. Best Daughter Ever and One of a Kind race next. Supreme Soul has a mountain to climb along with El Gringo further back. Another Bullet now asked to make some ground as they now come racing past the 5/16th. Helicopter is right in behind those as they come into the lane with a quarter of a mile to run, and it is a Billy Wiz with that lead. One of a Kind now asked to pounce. Awesome Treasure continues to run good against the rail. Excessive force is taken out wide, but they arrive at the furlong pole. Billy Wiz and a One of a Kind, and now One of a Kind sticks the nose in front, but Billy Wiz is not done yet and begins to fight back. It's One of a Kind and Billy Wiz. One of a Kind being driven to the max to hold the advantage. Robert Halladine and One of a Kind beat Billy Wiz. Then Excessive Force. Supreme Soul has run on for 4th, close between Helicopter, El Profesor, and Awesome Treasure.
Under a vigorous ride by Robert Hardball Halladine, One of a Kind fended off the challenge of Billy Wiz in the stretch run to complete the 1600 meter trip in 1 minute 38 and 2/5 of a second. Sunday was another thrilling day at the park and saw 9 races being contested. Let's begin with race number 3. This was an overnight allowance contest going 1,000 meters or 5 furlongs round. Gareth Sabrante's Big Daddy was a late scratch from the event.
They're off. One done and Raw Liquid the slowest to escape the confines of the gate as Formal Gladiator dashes into an early lead. Chased by Goody Girl, a length and a nose-tickling tail back in second as the leaders leave the half-mile marker. 2.5 lengths back to Unknown Soldier under the pump and driven for all he's worth. One done races down near the rail. Toward his outside, hidden from view, that's Air of Fire. And at the back of the field, it's a Raw Liquid as they've left the 3, about to arrive at the 5/16th. Formal Gladiator continues to lead, attempting to go gate to wire. Goody Girl asked to attack now on the outside as they leave the quarter pole behind them and make their way flashing past the 3/16th. And now Goody Girl looks to get the nose in front. Formal Gladiator trying to fight back. Over on the rail in the white, that's Unknown Soldier. One done in behind them, asked to gather momentum. But it is Goody Girl out in front and beginning to open up inside the final 16th. Goody Girl and Omar Walker hold the lead. One done coming with a late charge, but too late. Goody Girl wins by 2 or more over one done. Then Raw Liquid, Unknown Soldier, Formal Gladiator.
Goody Girl's victory was never in doubt. Expertly handled by Omar Walker, the Anthony Nunes conditioned importee finished ahead of one done, Raw Liquid, Unknown Soldier, and Formal Gladiator. Race 4 on Sunday was a maiden special weight event for native-bred 3-year-olds. Lovecraft, who was the original mount of Dick Cardenas and trained by Jason DaCosta, was the late non-starter.
They're off and racing. Morse Code gets a good start, closest to us, and looks to be the overall leader as they pass the 4. Also early and tacking across, that's Queen Adele. So Morse Code, Queen Adele, and under the stand fence, that's Big Argument. That's where the race lies at the moment. Morse Code could be the overall leader. Queen Adele really putting in a good effort, and Queen Adele might be the leader from Morse Code. These two are fighting it out at the moment, passing the 3. Morse Code narrowly, Queen Adele right there. These two are neck and neck as they come towards the furlong pole. And now Morse Code gets rid of Queen Adele, who is coming. Morse Code in front. Queen Adele has no answers. Coming on, that's Traditional Boy running a big one, but Morse Code has this one all sewn up. Morse Code beats Traditional Boy, Queen Adele, and Big Argument.
Never mind the absence of Lovecraft, as it was another Jason DaCosta entry in Morse Code that secured the 900-meter event in 55 seconds flat. Traditional Boy, Queen Adele, and Big Argument rounded out the top 4. Race 7 was a treat for the punters. A classic field of 8 was reduced to 7 following the scratch of Ian Brassard's classical orb.
Looks to be all in. Ready for a start, and there they go. Sir John races at the back early. Big Jewel prompts the pace along with Burn Notice. So Burn Notice leads them out of the chute. It's Burn Notice passing the 7th, just in front of Big Jewel in second, right there in third on Ruly Boss. Right against the rail, Sir John recovering. Santorini comes next. Behind the Santorini, that's E&I Lynx, and marginally at the back, Amy the Butcher. Heading towards the 5 furlong point and making the running. Big Jewel on the inside, right on the outside, Burn Notice. These two share the lead as they go towards the 4 furlong point. Right on the rail, that's Sir John. Santorini making a good move and goes down into third. Right on its outside as they pass the 4, that's Unruly Boss. Backing out of it a bit, that's Sir John. Then comes E&I Lynx, and still at the back marginally, Amy the Butcher. Coming toward the 3, and now Big Jewel takes the lead. It's Big Jewel in front of trying to get back to Big Jewel. That is a Burn Notice. Santorini hugging the rail and cutting the corner, coming around. Big Jewel in front. Santorini down on the rail. Burn Notice right beside Santorini. Unruly Boss out wide. It's Big Jewel in front and in charge at the moment. Big Jewel pouring it on in the rain as they come to the furlong pole. It's Big Jewel about 4 or 5 lengths clear, and this one is over. Big Jewel striding out. Omar Walker looking a double, and he has it too. Big Jewel in front and pulling this one easily. Big Jewel wins. Santorini second. Third to Burn Notice looks to be Unruly Boss in 4th.
Another Ian Brassard entry in Big Jewel brushed aside the challenge of Santorini to capture the event. Burn Notice and Unruly Boss completed the top 4 finishes. Race 8 was a made special weight event for native-bred 2-year-olds going 1,300 meters. Robert Halladine replaced Dick Cardenas aboard the 6-horse Our Angel.
Field in line for the Miss Ruth thereof. Miss Khaleesi steps off slow with Roraima. Rapunzel got a good start. Another wave is bursting through, and another wave as they leave the 6 has that lead. Rapunzel and Our Angel right there on their outside. 31 Kisses races on the rail. Giant Wheeler is there, overtaken by Potential. Justin Biden is next as they leave the 5. Another brother is in front of 2, Miss Khaleesi and Roraima. They're on the way to the half-mile in the Miss Ruth. They're almost there. They're there now and go spinning into that turn. And Rapunzel hitting from view on the outside of Our Angel on the rail, and these two nose-to-nose as they dash past the 7:16 and make their way toward the final 3. They're there now. Another wave stalks them 2 lengths back and racing in third. 31 Kisses is asked for more energy as they go flashing past the 5:16. Justin Biden is there with a Giant Wheeler and Miss Khaleesi out wide, but into the lane they come. Our Angel and Rapunzel rubbing shoulders. Another wave in behind them asked to close up. 31 Kisses begins to make ground against the fence, but they race away toward the final furlong. It is Our Angel and continuing to challenge Rapunzel. These two going at it. Another wave creeping closer on their outside. It's a 3-horse contest as they bash past the final 16th, and Our Angel now begins to slip away just a bit. They drive toward the line. Our Angel wins the Miss Ruth from another wave, and Rapunzel, then Giant Wheeler, close for 5th between Justin Biden and 31 Kisses.
Robert Halladine delivered aboard the chance ride Our Angel for trainer Robert Pearson. Our Angel logged a winning time of 1 minute 21 and 4/5 of a second for the 1,300 meter trip. Race 9 was the Royal Lancaster Trophy and saw 11 starters going the distance of 1,200 meters. Philip Parchment was a replacement for Dick Cardenas aboard Jason DaCosta's entry, Baton Rouge.
They're off. First start, King Anthaloo just came out slow. Simba the Lion is already at the back. Great Brit with the back markers as they go flashing down the far side, and Baton Rouge and Sweetie Man hook up now to fight it out. Against the rail, a Ring Charmer as they make their way to the half-mile. And up front, it is a Baton Rouge and a Sweetie Man going at it. T. Brady is some 3 lengths back and racing in third as they make their way into that turn. Simba the Lion has made good progress. A break opens up to Ring Charmer and a Sweet Majesty. Old King Cole races toward the inside as they race past the 5/16. Great Brit asked to make some ground. Letters in Gold is heading out wide, but it is Baton Rouge at the top of the lane who has that advantage from Sweetie Man. Racing out wide, it appears to be a T. Brady now trying to close up as they come flashing up past the furlong pole, and it is a T. Brady who comes through to challenge Baton Rouge for the lead. Sweetie Man had a slight hindrance against the rail, but it is T. Brady on the outside. Baton Rouge over against the rail. T. Brady in the Royal Lancaster beginning to assert in the end and wins it over Baton Rouge, Sweet Majesty, Old King Cole, and a Sweetie Man.
Robert Halladine delivered back-to-back victories, having piloted Our Angel in the 8th event. He returned to secure victory aboard T. Brady in the 9th. Baton Rouge was second, followed by Sweet Majesty, Old King Cole, and Sweetie Man. As we close our highlights package for another week, it was another stellar weekend of racing. Racing is scheduled to resume on Thursday, December 23 with the OTB Appreciation Race Day. This has been another edition of the Caymanas Park Highlight Show. See you next time.